So good evening to Inverness in the Spotlight. We're so glad to have you join us this evening. My name is Lace Blue McLean, and I am the current president of this wonderful organization, the Greater Inverness Old Town Association. Joining me this evening is our Doug LaBelle. He is no stranger to this program as our executive director. So welcome, Doug. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me as your guest.
You know, Inverness Old Town Association has been involved in so many great things this past year. You know, my term is up at the end of this month. And
you haven't heard?
Oh, no.
You haven't heard about the re-election?
No. So Bill Cato is going in, be our new president, and it's just been wonderful. But we just had a fantastic TV auction a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's our second annual TV auction, courtesy of our friends here at WYKE.
At WYKE, exactly.
Who are very generous to us in giving us 4 hours of airtime. Mm-hmm. So it was December the 3rd, Saturday, December the 3rd. And we had several guest hosts with us that came on board, Susan Gill, our supervisor of elections, and Joe Meek, our county commissioner, and then Mayor Bob Playstead from Inverness, as well as Dennis Miller, the general manager of the TV station. And we had about 58 items we auctioned off. We auctioned all but two. Two of them didn't have any bidding on them. And they were rather high-priced items that, you know, if you don't have the right audience.
Right.
But everything else sold.
Well, 2 out of 58, that's not bad.
That's 97%, I think it was.
Something like that, if you want to run the numbers. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, and we produced, we actually met and exceeded our budget. So, you know, we'll contribute, and the money that we take in from the auction helps us during the year to be able to do all the free events that we do.
Right. That's what we like to tell our viewers, that the money is going back into the community in some form or fashion by all the events that IOTA puts on.
Unlike non-profit organizations like Rotary or others, we're a not-for-profit organization because we're a merchants association. So the things that we try to do is we try to generate business for our merchants.
Exactly.
And holding a Music on the Square or a Canine Carnival helps bring people to town, and they shop and dine and all that. Well, this does the same thing.
Exactly.
If a merchant donates something and that item stays in their particular store, when the person buys it through the bidding process, they then retrieve it by going to that place of business. So it's a good way for a business to get some new traffic in that may not have ever been there.
Exactly.
And people like, you know, when Nick Nicholas gives us some oil changes and chassis lubes and stuff, you know, that may well be a new customer that comes in.
Exactly.
And then they say, oh, they do this and they do that, and oh, I'm surprised. I didn't know that they worked on things other than Ford, but they do.
Exactly.
And so it's, and our restaurants particularly, they always do very, very well.
Right.
I was talking to a lady this morning who had won the Little Italy. Yeah, the 7-course dinner.
Oh, was she the lady that said that she'd been trying to get down to Little Italy for how many years?
Yeah. And
I talked to her on the phone. She says, I've been trying to get there for 14 years. I am so excited to win these.
And she's so excited about the whole thing. I told her that we dine there quite often, and sometimes I sing along with the brothers, and she said, well, I want to schedule the night you're there.
So. Or maybe not. I might call her back.
But yeah, the auction you know, gives a good opportunity for our members to showcase some of the things that they particularly have. And there are some businesses like Town and Country Allwood Furniture. They just gave a gift certificate for $100. There was a minimum bid of $50. So if you bid the $50 or $60 or whatever you got it for, then you're going to take it down there, not knowing what you're going to buy.
Right.
And you're going to visit the store. Once you get there, you're going to be amazed.
They have such a plethora of things.
You can spend days in there looking around. You think Allwood Furniture. Well, they have furniture, but in every nook and cranny.
Right.
And the other one who did very, very well, who actually donated 10 different items, was Country at Home, Betsy Moody.
Oh, yes. And those little Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus dolls.
The Annabelle.
That was a high bid.
I mean, Anna Lee dolls. But she put a lot of things in baskets, and people love baskets.
Yes, exactly.
So
especially during the Christmas time. That was a great time to get some gifts.
Yeah, and every one of those items went, and some of them are $30, some of them are $50, some of them are $70.
And we even had Ice Cream Doctor toss in, you know,
Yeah,
like
some $10 hand-packed Hershey's ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Who doesn't
four-
want ice cream?
They gave us 4 of those, and all 4 of them were bid. I lost out on that one.
Sorry.
I bid on one of them, but I got outbid. And we had fishing trips from at 11, and
Right.
so we ended up doing extremely well. Very happy with the. And I was looking through the callers, and the callers were a very diverse group of
Right, they were
callers
from all over the county.
The
All over
Chronicle,
the county.
Chronicle, who's our partner and sponsors this event, they gave us. We had an ad on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday, one
Yeah,
on the
they did a
Pioneer and
wonderful
the
job
Chronicle.
in helping us get the
We
word
had
out.
the generic ad on Friday, and then they printed the actual flyer
With all the list of the items.
on Friday. They
Right.
printed it in section A8, and then on Saturday they inserted it for us, and it fell out in your lap. And when you opened your paper, a yellow thing saying there's an auction, and that really helped to get a lot of people paying attention and
Yeah.
picking up the phone and calling. And
Right,
of course,
right.
WYKE, they promoted it during the past month or so. They've been promoting that it was coming up.
Exactly,
And we don't
exactly.
want to forget our friends at Rotary Club. This auction at this time of the year used to be the Rotary Club of Inverness.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
And they changed last year to February. And so we were able to pick up this spot.
Right.
And they decided to keep their February date because it worked out well for them. So February the 4th, Rotary is going to be back on
Exactly.
WYKE. There'll actually be 6 hours because they're going to have a couple of hundred items, unlike
Right.
the 58 that we had.
Right.
And so, and all the money they raise for charity.
Right. It
Goes
goes
right back
into
to the helping the other
community as
nonprofits
well,
in the
as
community.
Well, exactly.
So if you missed out on something in ours, make sure that you look in
Right.
February the 4th from, I think it's 12 to 6 is the
Yeah,
time.
February the
something like
4th, yeah, it's that all day. Then what we like to also talk about with IOTA is how we like to encourage folks to shop locally.
Right.
Especially in these days. It was small business shopping a couple weeks ago, I
Right.
think it's nationally. And it just really encouraged folks to take a look at what the businesses are around our
Well,
county.
and I'll tell you-
not just in Inverness, but I'm saying the whole county. You can find what you need for the most part.
I had a friend that was saying that we're going to Orlando and saying, well, I'm going to go to buy some Yankee candles. And I said, but you can buy those at Betsy Moody's shop.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that.
Right, right.
So instead, she went to Orlando, did her other shopping, and she's now going to go down to Betsy's shop.
Right, exactly.
So,
it
you
just
know,
takes a little bit of a mindset to
Yeah.
rethink what could I do here in the county.
But we'll be back next year, December the 2nd.
Absolutely.
December 2nd, we'll be on the air again with another great auction.
All right. Well, I'm so glad it was successful, not just for IOTA, but it's successful for the whole community.
All the way around, it was a great event.
Exactly. Well, thank you for staying tuned for this segment. Hope you stay for the next 2. We have 2 more businesses in the spotlight from the Greater Inverness Old Town Association.